Finding a brand new home in Florida that's actually affordable has become one of the biggest challenges. But today, we're touring a community where a new builder has quietly entered the market with a completely different strategy. The question is, are they simply building the cheapest homes that they can, or have they found a way to deliver real value without sacrificing the things that buyers actually care about? Today, we're going to walk through their models, compare them to the competition that's already here in this neighborhood, and by the end of this tour, I'll tell you whether this is one of the best opportunities that I've seen for buyers who are looking to stretch their budget. Welcome back to Oakfield Lakes here in Parrish. Now, if this community looks familiar, that's because a little over a year ago, I was here touring DR Horton and Centex homes. And at that time, the conversation was pretty straightforward. Buyers were essentially just deciding between those two builders to see which one offered the better overall value. And the big headline back then was homes under $400,000. And fast forward it to today, and the new benchmark is under $350,000. And the story has changed. Starlight Homes has entered the neighborhood in a new section. And whenever another builder joins an existing community, I think it's worth coming back to because competition almost always benefits the buyers. So more competition usually means better pricing, stronger incentives, and additional inventory. So today, rather than simply touring another builder, I want to answer a much bigger question. Has Oakfield Lakes actually become a better place to buy than it was a year ago? Before we compare everything, let's take a look at this very first home. So here's a terrific option, especially if you need that extra fourth bedroom. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, around 2,000 square feet. You notice they've got the stonework on the front of the house, adding a little extra flair. Now, if you can see that on the windows where the hurricane shutters go. So this one actually has the translucent shutters now that they're going to. And folks, that is a really big deal here from the metal. I really like those because it lets a lot of light in. If you've ever had to close one of these up during a storm, which I have, it makes it like a cave. So that's a smart idea that they're doing. And what I like about this also is the front door is inset really deep there. Protects you from the elements when you come in, come out, you're shaded, and the rain doesn't come in. But we're gonna take a look inside and show you the difference. So just inside the front door, we've got a really wide hallway here, and that's gonna be giving you your first bedroom right here. Plenty of natural light, good size, what you'd expect. A little bit higher ceilings here, a little bit more of a volume feel. It's gonna be your full bath. Now, if you notice, this is just one piece. And some people say, well, I want the tile, I want all that and everything. I got to tell you, here in Florida, you will actually appreciate that because tile grout is something that sometimes it can start to look bad, and sometimes that's a nice option, even though it's not an upgrade. I have that in a few rentals, and it makes it easy. They can basically not destroy it. So here's another thing. You basically have another wing. So if you got the mother-in-law living with you, she can have kind of her own separate area off of the rest of the family. You've got the 2-car garage right in there, at the laundry room, everything you need, and then you're going to be in your great room. So you see, this is one of the last that they've actually put carpet in. They're going to be moving to the LVP, and once again, the higher ceilings, this just gives it a better volume here. You got the 9-foot, lots of light. You've got your long granite island right here. Got your corner pantry. It does come with the appliances. These are really built for affordability, folks. Solid. There is your corner pantry. Solid. And the mother builder, as we say, the builder who is in charge of Starlight is Ashton. So Ashton Woods is a really great builder. And we've previewed them over here in one of the sister communities, Oakfield Trails. We've already done a whole segment on that. Here is your primary right here. You click the light on here and show you the primary bath as well. So you've got your linen closets, which is always good because I've noticed in some lesser products that they forget some of these closets and everything. So you've got your shower there, and then let me show you this. This is going to be your primary, good size closet there. So that gives you your idea of what we're talking here. This is the Equinox. So if you need a 4-bedroom, this is a great option for you here. and you're going to be in the mid 300s. It's depending on the lot, or they're all going to be pretty much the same. If it's a specific lot, it might run you maybe 10,000 difference. But if you want to get a 4.2 and be under 350,000, which is rare, this is where to be. Let's go take a look at another one. After walking through the Equinox, here's what immediately stood out to me anyway. Starlight's not trying to impress buyers with extravagant upgrades or flashy design features. Instead, their approach feels more practical, I'd say. The emphasis is on creating smart, functional living spaces with modern finishes, while keeping that overall purchase price as attainable as possible. And honestly, I think that's what many buyers are looking for today. The market has changed, and many people aren't walking into model homes asking for every luxury upgrade imaginable. They're asking whether they can, comfortably afford that monthly payment while still getting, the home that they love, one that they're going to enjoy for years to come. And that's a very different conversation to what we were just having a few years ago. And Starlight appears to understand that shift. Now, if you're not familiar with Starlight, they're part of the Ashton Woods Builder Group. And Ashton Woods is known for their high quality and really, really innovative designs. So it's nice to know that Starlight is part of such a successful and well-run brand. So one thing that I've learned after touring hundreds upon hundreds of new construction homes is that looking at one builder in isolation rarely tells the whole story. The better question is always, compared to what? And that's why I wanted to revisit Oakfield Lakes today. We already know what DR Horton and Centex offer here. Now we have another builder entering this conversation. But before we continue, let's go back and revisit one of the homes that really represented the benchmark for value here when I was here last year. So today I'm taking you a step into the future because Oakfield Lakes is the future. Folks, this is where things are going to be happening. This is a community. Here we are in front of the Cali. Let me take you inside. But Oakfield Lakes will have 3 different builders. We've got DR Horton here, we've got Centex, and we've got Starlight Homes. So this is their Cali model. It's very popular. It's in many of the DR Horton communities. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1828 under air. You may have seen this one before, but the pricing here is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, as we're noting, we're getting granite in the, not only the kitchen, but in the bathroom vanities as well. Luxury vinyl instead of tile, which a lot of people are moving in that direction. And here is your primary. And folks, you cannot touch this type of home in Sarasota for under $400, but you can be in the 370s here in Oakfield Lakes. Yes, a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, 1,800 square foot, 1828 to be exact, for the 370s. I'm telling you, you will not find this and you not see this again. I am actually considering investing in this community as a potential rental to see how the value goes up here in the next few years. That's the Cali by DR Horton. Watching that home again reminds me of how much has changed and how much has stayed the same. DR Horton has introduced newer models to match that lower market pressure, but the Cali remains one of DR Horton's best-selling floor plans. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a layout that works well for a wide variety of buyers. And right now it's on special at $369,900, about the same price as it was over a year ago when they were in the 370s. In fact, when I filmed that video, I was very high on this community, and I still am because of the future potential and the easy entry point price that they have right now. And you can't really get that in Sarasota for new construction. But markets don't stand still. Builders are always adjusting pricing. Interest rates are going to change, and now there's another builder competing for those exact same buyers. And that's why this conversation isn't nearly as simple as it was a year ago. And we'll break it all down for you in just the next few minutes. Now, if this is your very first time on our channel, my name is Rovnak, and every day we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you who are thinking about relocating to Sarasota or the Florida Suncoast. So whether you're moving in 1 week or in 1 year, my team and I are here to help you make that move as smooth as possible. So if you enjoy honest builder comparisons, neighborhood tours, and practical real estate advice, make sure you subscribe, because that's exactly what we do here every single day. So while that Cali remains an outstanding floor plan, I actually think today's comparison is going to be a little bit different. In today's market, a lot of buyers are just paying closer attention to that monthly affordability than they are to maximizing the square footage. And that's why I think Starlight's biggest competition isn't necessarily things like the Cali. I think it's the DR Horton's newer inventory homes, like the Freeport 2 and the Cameron. They've kind of changed a lot in their lineup, a lot of different floor plans, and these homes target many of the same buyers. So their practical, efficient floor plans are designed for people who want brand new construction, manageable monthly payments, and homes that are available right now, not waiting 6 months or a year from now. Now, let's check out another floor plan from Starlight Homes. So here's a traditional 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. Brand new home, and prices are incredible, and especially incentives too. So let's go inside and see what you can get for the money. So just in the front door, and we've got 2 bedrooms right at the front. Typical Florida home. Got your bedroom in the front. You get a closet. Got a nice wide opening here, and then your adjoining bath, tub surround, and then there's your second bedroom. So you got your first 2 bedrooms up front. And excuse the mess, because this is an inventory home, and we're going to talk about the incredible price on this towards the end of the video, but stay tuned for that. But this is an inventory home. Just down this hallway, that's going to be your 2-car garage. Also want to show you the laundry room, tucked away nice and quiet from the rest of the house. You've got these ACs inside. You've also got a coat closet, extra storage, always a great idea. And this is a really nice, inviting, great room. So you can put your kitchen table over there. Plenty of space, lots of room to put pots and pans. Maybe you just want to put a couple of chairs here, but really nice. And when I tell you the price, you're going to say really nice. So as we talked about, they've got carpet in this one. They're moving to LVP. Got higher ceilings here, and let me show you that nice, good size corner pantry, especially in a smaller home. That always works. And folks, these are really, really nice views. Check this one out. This is an inventory home, so this is what you're going to be looking at. That is a nice preserved view. And what I found even more impressive, really good size lanai. Show you the whole lanai. So put a table, chairs, a lot of different things out here. So it's not like that condo lanai that you see all the time on a lot of these houses. It just feel like an extension. So this is the main part of the house. Your primary is just around the corner. You step through here. Nice views from the morning. And then here is your primary bath. Once again, the shower stalls, those are one piece. And like I said, those are easy to clean. And as I was mentioning, as we're in the Equinox, the tile in Florida, if you don't have fans and you dry it out, you will start to see mildew. And I know a lot of people keep their AC down pretty low. It takes a lot of the humidity out. But that's one thing I noticed, that you got to keep up with it. So those surrounds actually kind of work in your favor here in Florida. Give you one more shot of the great room. So stay tuned here in a second. I'm going to tell you the price on this one, and we're going to show you all the inventory homes here, some really amazing deals, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the builder as well. You know, one thing I actually enjoy about touring inventory homes instead of these professionally really decorated models is that you're seeing exactly what buyers are purchasing. There's no designer furniture, nothing to throw you or get amazed at, no upgraded decorating packages, no carefully staged rooms. This is the actual product. And personally, I think that's a much better way to evaluate the builder, because you're looking at the home you'll receive instead of imagining what it could be after it's all dolled up and spending thousands more in upgrades. And here's another thing that I tell my clients. Don't just compare the builders. Compare the entire deal. Yes, the purchase price certainly matters, but so does the interest rate, and so do builders' incentives, their closing cost assistance, and what kind of warranty coverage do they have, what kind of included features, and even how quickly that you can move in. They all play a role in what's best for you. And I've seen situations where one builder's home was priced several $1,000s higher, but thanks to financing incentives, the monthly payment actually ended up being less. And that's why I never recommend basing a decision solely on the sticker price. Compare everything together, because that's usually where the best value reveals itself. And that's how we negotiate for our clients. So after comparing all three builders inside Oakfield Lakes, here's how I see it. So DR Horton continues to offer one of the strongest overall selections, from homes like the Cali to the Cameron to the Freeport 2. They provide buyers with a wide range of sizes and price points, and their inventory remains very competitive, with homes generally ranging from just maybe over 300 into the lower 400s, just depending on the floor plan and home site. And Centex still offers a slightly different approach. Their homes tend to have their own architectural personality and design style, giving buyers another excellent option, just depending on what you're looking for. Starlight enters the conversation from also another different angle. And what impressed me wasn't that they tried to outperform everyone else with some standout finishes. Instead, they focused on simplifying the buying experience and straightforward layouts and practical finishes and move-in ready inventory. And for me, what was one of the biggest advantages that I saw were the higher 9-foot ceilings, just in comparison to the Cameron or other DR Horton floor plans. For many buyers, that's exactly what they're searching for. None of these builders are necessarily the right answer for everyone. Each one had their strengths, and each one appeals to maybe a slightly different buyer. And that's exactly why comparing them side by side is so very valuable. Now, beyond the builders themselves, Oakfield Lakes continues to be a very attractive location. You're going to be close to all the shopping and restaurants and amenities that are coming into Parrish, and especially Moccasin Wallow Road, while still enjoying quick access to I-75 for maybe a commute to Tampa, St. Pete, Lakewood Ranch, Bradenton, or of course Sarasota. So for buyers looking for newer construction without paying some of those premiums found in master plan communities throughout the coast, Oakfield Lakes continues to offer a very compelling value. And the community itself has a nice number of amenities without breaking your budget. The pool and the park offer a really nice relaxing refuge, and all the walking and biking trails allow for plenty of exercise and outdoor fun. Now here's where we're at on pricing, and I'll focus on the two most similar builders. So at the time of filming, Starlight is positioned very competitively against DR Horton's smaller inventory homes. So here's a quick list of Starlight's inventory homes. There are actually 11 different floor plans. And that 4-bedroom Equinox model that we saw earlier, that one's only $344,000, and that Moonbeam is at $334,000. So Starlight also has some really strong interest rate buydowns, and that puts you in the threes. Yes, under 4% rates. And here's the latest look at DR Horton's pricing sheet. They're right in the middle of a red tag sale, so they're also offering some amazing incentives. And one of the reasons that you'll want to subscribe and stay in touch is so we can tell you when they're coming. So more importantly, don't assume that today's best deal will still be tomorrow's deal. Builders are always adjusting, especially incentives and constantly what they're working on. And when you're working with someone who compares every builder instead of representing just one builder, that can really make a difference. So, has Oakfield Lakes become a better place to buy than it was over a year ago? I honestly think the answer is a resounding yes. Not because one builder suddenly changed everything, but because buyers now have more legitimate choices than they did before. And competition pushes builders to sharpen their pricing and improve incentives and deliver more value. And ultimately, that's good news for everyone who's shopping here. So if you're considering Oakfield Lakes, my advice is plain and simple. Of course, don't stop after one builder. Walk all three. Compare the floor plans, compare the incentives, compare the monthly payments, and then make your decision based on which home spoke most to you. Which one did you really like? And if you'd like our help comparing every builder, negotiating the strongest incentives, and just making sure that you're getting the best overall deal, get my new home negotiation guide right here on the screen. We do this every single day. And because we work with every major builder on the Suncoast, we help you make an informed decision instead of simply steering you towards one community or one builder. We literally are the new home gurus. I even wrote the book on it. For living and buying in Sarasota, I'm Rovnak. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.